Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure everybody gets in and gets muted. And
Just
we will
saying hi.
get started. I'm super excited about tonight because tonight we're going to deal with what Rubi is, what makes it different than the things that are in the marketplace today, how you guys can use it. So I've kind of been listening to what people are asking and saying. And if this is the first time you've ever seen or heard anything about Rubi, this will be a great opportunity for you to see the power of an amazing product that can really ultimately just change the way that you actually do everything in your life. I kind of say that, well, two sayings I'll say. One is AI is not going to replace you, but someone who knows AI definitely will. And that's just the way that that's the way the world's moving. And so having some knowledge about AI, understanding how to use it, what it can do for you. And then we've also heard a lot of people out there saying, you know, I just don't have a use for it. I don't think I'd ever use it. And I think what it is that most people are sitting here trying to figure out that AI is not just to create social media ads. It's not just for marketing companies to use. It's really for any person at any point in time in their life that is generating content or looking for insight into something, research of tool. It's got endless possibilities of what you can actually use it for. And so it's about just kind of understanding that you can generate great content, but you can also find out all the information that you would ever want to know. And so that's what it is. Let me make sure I get everybody muted off here, and let's go ahead and get started. So Flex is a technology company that is just now launching. We actually are going to go live in just 3 days. So the 26th, which is Wednesday, is when we're going to bring this to the marketplace. So we're just a few more days away. But until then, we have some great opportunities for you to find out early, get in, secure a position for free, and be able to really understand this before anybody else. And so those are huge advantages of just getting in early. But I want to walk you through exactly what it is and how we can use this moving out into the market. So I am proud to be a co-founder on this product with Dan Putnam. He's got over 30 years of experience in this industry in every aspect of it. Investor, owner, distributor. He runs Be Epic. He is the owner of Be Epic. He's also been vendors. He understands this business inside and out. In fact, all the businesses that he's done in this industry have done over $6 billion, with a B, billion dollars in sales in this 30 years that he's been out here. And it's incredible to see just his knowledge and wisdom of this industry. For me, I've been in the industry for about 15 years. My background is advertising and marketing on an ad agency for 25 years. But it's about technology as well. And I love this industry. I've been in every part of it as well as a vendor in our back offices and technology, from distributor to being a president of an international company to marketing. So all aspects of the business I've also touched. But I'm passionate about creating tools and services that truly make life better for people as they start to go in and start to use the industry to grow a business. So let me kind of go in and start with a simple saying. If you aren't using AI every single day, whether you think you need it or not, you're going to get left behind. And that's from Gary Vee. If you know who he is, he's just ahead of the game on just about anything and everything that is technology driven. And what he's saying here is very true. And I like to kind of relate it to something maybe that you use every single day, and that'd be like your cell phone. Can you imagine trying to live or actually trying to compete in the world today where everyone had a cell phone but you? It's going to give you a huge disadvantage. In fact, it's to the point where you probably aren't even be able to even compete or be living in a real world scenario. And that's really what it's like if you're not using AI. And it's going to be so much faster of a transition than the cell phone was, where the cell phone was like 5 to 7 years. You still have people with cell phones on their phones on their walls and on their desks. And today it's 100% into the cell phone. And that's the same thing that's going to happen with AI. You're going to use it in every part of your life. And if you don't understand it, someone who does is going to accelerate right by you. Or you're going to sit there and try to figure it out on your own. And it's going to be a long process. And either way, we have a solution to make it easy. We make it fast and easy, and we make it better than trying to do it on your own. So, I want to address the big part of that is that you need it. The second thing I want everyone to understand is that we aren't just your typical AI chat program. Okay, we're not Chat GPT. I mean, you can go do conversational AI with Chat GPT, and it might help you guide you a little bit, but we are a completely different animal when it comes to Rubi. Rubi is a XO AI product, which means it's experience optimization AI, which means that our AI is getting to know you. It's relational to you. In fact, that is really why we call it Rubi. Rubi is a relational understanding-based interactive program, meaning that it listens to you, it talks in your same voice and tone, it learns what you're saying, and then understands how to respond back. So as you start to use Rubi, Rubi starts becoming more like you. It's even better though. It doesn't have to become just like you. It can become like anybody you want it to be. And so if you're doing marketing, or if you're writing something or looking to do content or something, and you want it to be like somebody else, well, Rubi does that as well. So let me kind of walk through just the pieces of Rubi and why we can really go out and change the way that AI is used in the industry. I want to take a couple of examples of just everyday people and how they're going to be able to interact with Rubi in their everyday life. So I took three different ones I'm going to go through in a scenario. Everyone can find ways that you'll fit it into your life. It's for every single person. I mean, that's why we opened our company up from 16 plus, because we know that 16-year-olds are going to be the ones that are probably going to use this even more than anybody else. But every person can find how to do it. But I wanted to come and find three normal everyday scenarios and progress that you can find how to fit in your life. So take a teacher or an educator. They can save so much time doing lesson planning and learning personalized content. They have the ability to go in and do all kinds of shortcuts, finding creative ways to teach kids, finding different ways of grading. Plagiarism detection is another one. Engaging great content. I mean, so that they can create their own content, but faster and easier. And they can build it with all the different parameters. So maybe these kids need a little bit different learning than this set of group of kids. And I can create those very quickly and get those points across. So teachers, educators, there's a million ways to use it that they can go through it. The other no-brainer is business owners. I mean, if you own a business, including this business, like if you're jumping into Flex right now, or if maybe you're in another network marketing company, or maybe you have other traditional businesses, it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, this tool will improve all parts of your business. From learning how to get great analysis of your competitors to understanding how to do SEO. You don't have to go and pay the thousands of dollars to have SEO done. I can show you how to do it in Rubi in seconds. It has all the tools. We're not Chat GPT. So we have the scraping tools that literally will go out and scrape all the websites, find keywords for you, help guide you, create content to go out there for your blogs and your social media, your video scripts, anything and everything you can think of. Rubi is able to do that. So if you're doing blogs, this is an easy way to do it, and it's great content. And I'm going to show you that it's not just great content, it's as good as you want to make it, because we can make that content above and beyond anything that's going out there with our readability scores. When you look at personalized content, the ability to create personas that sounds just like you, your brand, your voice for your company, we're going to be able to do that. And then you can also go to your audiences. So, if I have a product that has 4 or 5 different audiences that I'm talking to, I need to speak the way they understand or want to hear it. So if I'm talking to a 16 to 22-year-old marketplace, my words, my voice, my tone is going to be different than I'm speaking to a 45 plus market. But they're both buying my product. I have to create content for both. And this speeds up that process and gives you a little handle on what you can do. And I think a great example also is just, how does a stay-at-home mom use this? Like just the everyday person who may sit there and go say, I don't really need this. Like, I don't even understand how I'd even use it. Well, I mean, you got to understand, it's not just about creating content that you're going to push out, like emails and letters and social media posts. That's great. You'll use a ton of it for that. But think about all the way that you can use it to create meal planning, and the way that you can ask it to create fitness programs for you. And you don't have to even ask it. You just use our pre-built modules and fill in the gaps, and it will do everything for you. I mean, down to, I'm going to show you like a meal planning one. It's crazy, but just anything that you can think of, you're going to ask it. It's going to give you information, and it's going to be able to be used to create parenting tips or inspiration, motivation, things that you want. You want a fitness plan for you? Great. We have a template in there. All you do is just fill it out, and our module will kick out things that you're needing it to do based upon your input. You don't have to learn how to do all of the prompt engineering that's out there to get great results. We've already done it all. So all you got to do is fill in the little blanks. And like I say, like Mad Libs, if you remember those days back in the days where you could fill in a noun or an adjective or a verb, and then at the end you read the story and it's all there. That's the same way it's here. So it's putting out beautiful content every single time. And so home organization, any type of organizing, you can use this. Asking what's the most proficient in prioritizing your day and your tasks. This is the one that can do it all. So I love the way that Dan explained this just a few days ago in Philadelphia, where he said, you know what, think about if everybody who would have a personal assistant. I mean, who doesn't want a personal assistant? But this personal assistant has read every book in the world and memorized it. And it didn't stop at the books. It went over, it got all the medical records. It's got all the research done for medical. It's got all the legal law cases. It literally has everything in the world that's on the internet memorized. You just have to get it. And so if you had a personal assistant like that, would you pay $15 a month to have that person? You'd pay them more than $15 an hour to have them with you. And so this becomes a no-brainer to be used in every single part of your life. You just find it where it fits the best for you. So let me kind of walk through a little bit about why Ruby is so special. Number one, Ruby has 3 microservices that set it apart and goes deep into the AI experience optimization. The first one is Personify. Personify is our proprietary way of collecting personas and creating personas that speak exactly to the audience that you create. Spy, that is our surveillance and plagiarism identifying application that says, hey, I'm going to search and make sure that none of the stuff that's created that I'm using right now is plagiarized. It checks the entire internet, and within seconds, it will tell you, hey, I found this on the website, and it will tell you exactly how to go change it. I'll go into deeper on that. But it also will make sure that your work goes under the radar of other AI detection applications. So if you're looking to do something where you don't want it to be identified as AI, but as human content, we'll show you how to do that through Spy. Extract is our data collection tool. It goes out and searches either, social media platforms, anywhere on the internet. It pulls the data in that you need to give you insight, to give you a way to build a strategy. And it uses that information to create great strategies, research, content, insight, reports, anything that you can think of. It's going to be able to do by going and getting that data, bringing it back to you where you can make great decisions. So it's not just about AI and content generation. It's about AI being able to create amazing content with readability scores and all kinds of stuff on the same voice and tone that I want it to be effective to the audience that I want to talk to. And I'm going to fuel that content. I'm going to fuel that strategy by getting great content all around the world. So let me kind of walk through our effortless content creation. So as I was telling you before, like a meal plan is a simple one, right? But you don't have to go through and know everything about the prompting to get it. And so for us, we have a set of modules that will come in on your content creation. This one's a 7-day meal plan shopping list. Now, I'm just telling you, like for my wife, to be able to go out and say, in 30 seconds, I like these proteins, I like these vegetables, and I'm just going to go and select them all. I don't have to write anything. I choose what kind of diet I want to create a meal plan for. And once I have all that done, I'm going to hit generate, and it's going to create the meal plan over here in our composer. And from there, I can edit it and do whatever I need to. But when you get this back, it's not just giving you like, okay, here's a meal that you can go do. It's giving you the ingredients of what you're going to need. It's going to give you the instructions to go and build it, like your recipes, step by step. But at the end of it, it's also going to give you the shopping list, and it's going to look at your city to tell you where you can go. And it's going to have prices on that product at the store that's the cheapest, so that you know how to go build your shopping list. And it does it in seconds. You can use this in so many different ways besides just meal planning. You want to do fitness, it's the same thing. Select the things you like, put in some of your body parameters, and boom, it's going to come out with a great plan for you to go forward for the goals in which you want to achieve. It's not just about writing, it's about getting content and getting back a real program and strategy and insight for the world in which you are living in. Now, we also have workspaces and collaborators. So one of the things that I love about Rubi is that I can segregate all of my businesses. So if I have 5 different businesses, I can have 5 workspaces. And each one of those would have its own persona, its own set of keywords. The things that I want for each of those businesses would be fine. But then I can bring collaborators into each of those workspaces to help me. So let's say I have a marketing person, aka my wife, right? So my wife can log in and she can write in the Rubi workspace, and she can help generate the content for me. She doesn't need an account. She doesn't need anything other. She logs in through a different login, but it tracks everything that she does. And she can't get to any other workspaces unless I grant her access. So she can only work in the one workspace that I invited her in. Now I can invite her to 4 or 5 other ones if I want to. And so you can segregate all of the stuff out. And what I really do like about this too is that even at our $15 plan, which is 1 workspace and 1 collaborator, I can go in and at least a husband and wife can work together and they can use it. They don't have to have 2 accounts. So we're thinking about trying to make sure that we get the best bang for your buck in everything that you do here. So let's talk a little bit more about Personify. So Personify, again, is a proprietary way of creating personas. And a persona is literally going out and just making a digital audience. It's creating a digital virtual person that acts like this, he does this, and essentially we go through and ask a few questions. You put in just a little bit about you, a little bit about your company, maybe if it's about your company, a little bit about your product if you have products. But if you want to make it about you, you can make it just about you. The things that you like, you can even copy and paste some writing that you've already done. It will learn that. But it also can go beyond that. You can literally say, I love the way this influencer, Johnny Valentine on Instagram is one of my favorite. He loves doing things around the world for other people. So I love that. I am actually going to go now and have Extract go and pull the last 20 posts from his Instagram. It's going to learn how it's talking and how its voice and tone is. And he's going to look at also all the hashtags that he uses. And it's going to bring all that data back to me. Now, once I have that data, I can go and say, use this data to write my social media posts, use these hashtags, but it goes beyond that because, again, it's data. You can ask it to do all kinds of stuff. So you can take that data and use one of our modules to say, summarize this information to give me a voice and tone, and also give me the main hashtags. And then I want to make sure that those hashtags are trending. So I'm going to ask it to make sure that I'm doing trending hashtags. So you can keep going down and down and down with this until you really get what's great. I liked it the other day. I did one and I actually got into the sentiment, of the comments on an influencer. So not only did I get their comments coming in, but I can take those comments and say, hey, Ruby, make the where my posts that I'm writing now that's like this influencer, I want to make sure that the comments that are positive, I want to take that information and make sure I get it in there. But the ones that are negative, I want to make sure we don't put that stuff in it so that I don't have the negatives. And so now I'm able to create content that is amazing in so many different ways. And I can make sure that I do that through Personify, Extract, and then Spy. So Personify is easy. It gets a real simple way to get you this stuff. You can have them. It creates it. You can put a picture to it. You can really start to become who your audience is. And we don't just stop at a typical demographic. I'm not saying, hey, we're going to go hit, 25 to 54 women, or I'm going to hit 25 to 54 adults. I'm going down to say, I want this person, Emma, the educator. I want her demographics. I want her household structure. I want to know her income levels, her locations, and all of this stuff I'm going to be putting together in the process of this. And if you don't know this, it doesn't matter. I'm just asking you to describe who you are, who you're trying to target, where you live, what's your target market and territory. And I will have Personify do everything else for you. So you don't have to be a marketing genius. You just literally have to fill in the gaps. So let's talk about Spy. So Spy is one of our things that separates us so far away from your standard AI chat, because this is what allows us to make sure that every content that we create is unique, that it is plagiarism free, and then it has its readability scores. And when I talk about readability, I'm talking about it looks at the sentence structure. It says, hey, these are just too many four syllable words, shorten those down. It's going to make it written to a certain grade level that you like. Your content can be as good as it can possibly be through Spy. And it's very simple. Again, you're throwing in some stuff in there, you're running the Spy, and it's actually going to create all of the information for you through all the little ways that it works. And it does that by highlighting the words, and you'll be able to go through that and just tweak it. But keeping it underneath the AI radar is a huge, huge deal. I'll tell you a perfect example. So my daughter just graduated high school. She's 18. She had one class that she had to get last semester. So she only took one class. It was English. And she wrote an essay, and she used AI to help write that essay. Not probably more than 60% of was written from the AI, but she had made it her own. They ran it through an AI detection software, and she got a 0. No way to remake it up. It jeopardized even going into Ole Miss. And so it was a very stressful time. And so she didn't even know that it would have been flagged, because she really had tried to make it her own. So anyway, we go down the road a little bit further. We take her to orientation into Ole Miss about a month and a half ago. She sits down with her advisor, and her advisor's very first words out of her mouth is, the best advice I can give you is learn how to use AI, because it's going to be the most productive thing that you can do for your time here at Ole Miss, and the rest of the world is going to expect you to know it. Now, this is where we are in the world today. What one group is saying, we got to learn it the old way. The other way is saying we got to learn it the way the rest of the world is going to educate and be learning. And it's not about cheating. Okay. So anybody who just goes in and sits down and types in, give me an essay on a book. Yeah, it's going to do that because it's already read the book, but it's going to throw out something that is easily detectable by other AI detection software, like the ones that are using in schools. But with Spy, we can take that same content and we can push it through our detector and know that it's not going to pass. Now, here's the cool thing. When we run it through our detector compared to the other 5 or 6 that are in the market, ours flags it where theirs don't. So they might let something go through where we won't. And so if we clear it through ours, we know it's going to get through all of them. And that is a big deal, not just for the 16 to 22-year-old students that are going to use it, but because there's things in SEO, in the marketing world, that Google's already analyzing. If you're just using AI content on your blogs and writing your websites and writing content in the SEO world, they're getting discounted or completely penalized by using it, because Google knows you're just trying to cheat the system by throwing out unqualified content. So being able to create that content, run it through Spy, make sure that it's solid, is a big deal. Extract, again, that's the way that we can go around and gather the information and bring it in so that people can make great content that's fueled by real logic and real important statistics that you would take years and days and months and years to go and find all that research. You can do it quickly here. And then once you have it, you use Rubi to summarize it. You don't have to go down and look at 15 web pages or 15 research articles. I can literally tell Rubi, summarize these down, give me a bullet point, give me an outline of everything that's there. And then I can take that outline, one little outline point at a time, and have it break it down, give me information. When I look at students, using AI responsibly is a big deal. And it's something that we're going to teach. It's something that we're totally believe in. But we also know that you can learn so much faster in a different way. So if I know, if I have a book, and I just look at myself back, and if I would have had this in my days 30 years ago, how much more productive I would have been. Because I didn't want to spend 2.5 weeks reading a 500-page book when I could be doing other things like playing football or whatever I wanted to do. So I just made these choices to shortcut it, but the shortcuts were bad then. And so here, if I could just go in and say, give me all the outlines of this book. And in each one of those outlines, I write me a paragraph about this. And I'm just using my modules. I'm just filling in the blanks. That's all I'm having to do. And it's going to put all this stuff together for me. And then I can take it and run that through Spy. Make sure that it's plagiarism free. Make sure that my readability scores are high. And then go at the very top of it all and make sure it's going to clear my AI detection, so it's got a human score. Now I know that my product is great. You know what I've learned? Because I had to read it and I had to put it together. I'm just learning in a different way than trying to consume it through the reading process, where I can literally have an assistant that's already read the book, knows everything about the book. I just needed to give me the highlights so I can go figure out the best part about the book. And I'm learning it in a much faster way. And this is why the world today is saying, hey, AI is not going to replace you, but the person who learns it will, because they're going to be 10 to 20 times more efficient than the person who doesn't have it. So that's kind of the difference. And then you look at our price points, it makes it a no-brainer. At $15, you're getting 10,000 words a month. It's 10 credits that you can use to do your spy, your personifies, your extracts. You get 10 of those. We're actually making that 50, by the way. So you'll actually have 50 credits when you get in on the 26th. You're going to get one workspace, one collaborator, and you can create up to 3 personas inside of that workspace. Our $25 Pro version, this is where I think a lot of people will come in. If you have a personal one that you're wanting to do, and you also want to have a business, maybe a couple businesses, this will be great because you get 3 workspaces, 3 collaborators. You're actually getting 100 credits in the Pro version. You can create 10 personas here. And then coming in just a little bit later, like within the next 30 days or so, one-click posting. So I could go in and I can create my Facebook ad, and without ever having to cut and paste or do anything like that, I can literally just post and push it right up to my Facebook. The same thing with Instagram. We obviously blogs, some WordPress sites, all kinds of stuff that we can do with one-click posting. And then our premium is our biggest package. Just gets 200 credits, 5 workspaces, 5 collaborators, unlimited personas you can make. It's got the one-click posting, and then 2 gigabytes of storage already built into it to hold all your content. But that's really important as you see where we're going in the near future, in the fall, when we start bringing out content like in web funnels and all that kind of stuff that can go and build your websites for you. I mean, this is incredible where we're headed with this. Price points are just crazy. You can't have an assistant for any of those price points for more than a day. You get it for the whole month, and it's literally an hour a month. You're saving that in doing better content than what you probably could create. The other thing is that we've attached it to a business opportunity. I mean, none of the other chats out there are paying you to go do this. So if you're going to talk about a chat, you're going to recommend one, why don't you get paid to do it? So we brought it into a network marketing platform, and it's got one of the best compensation plans in the marketplace you'll ever find, because for just $15, it opens up the entire plan. And just ask yourself, how many people do you know that really would need this product? It's every single person. It doesn't matter if they're 65 or if they're 16. They will find uses for this product, and its simplicity makes it easy that there's not a big learning curve. And then, of course, at networking, doing it in this process where people are talking to people, and we have the ability to go and do great teaching and training. You're going to learn how to do so many things through the marketing world, through ways to build your business just in this industry, getting in here, getting in Flex and using this to help give you an amazing run in marketing, a lesson in marketing, how to use it, that's worth the money. And so all of this happens on Saturday mornings when we're going to start doing our training webinars. And then you look and see, man, I can really go and do this. You're not out there to learn AI all on your own. We have big goals. When Dan and I sat down, we put a big goal out. That's 1 million paid users in 12 months. We have an entire world. We have no territorial boundaries or limits. This can go anywhere in the world, anyone you know. It can do it in any language. It's already built in. So you don't even have to worry about the language barrier. Everything is there. 1 million users in 12 months. And we believe we can do that because of people like you, people that you're going to have amazing stories when you use it. It's going to wow you and you won't be able to stop telling other people about it. And to do that, we actually made it real simple by creating our invitation app. You can go to the Apple Store or to Google Play. It's Flex Invite app or Flex IA. You'll be able to go and download those for either Android or for the Apple. And we have made it so easy for you to share this to everybody. So in this industry, the two things that are hard is the invite and the exposure. And that's where everybody seems to get it wrong when they get going in this business, as well as they make the invite the same as the exposure. They tell everybody at the same time that they're inviting, and we have made it so simple by just going in, getting this app. We have pre-built videos and slate pages and text messages written. You can tweak them if you want to, but we know these are working. You send them out to whoever you want to. Now, you might not want to text it. It's just built to do texting, but the link that it creates can be put into Facebook Messenger, put into WhatsApp, put into Telegram. It doesn't matter which other medium you send it to. The link that you're sending is actually going to track through all the different mediums that you pass this on to. It's going to take them to go and get a peak video because we're just going to pique their interest. You don't have to do anything about it. We're saying, hey, you got to check out this tool. They click the button, they watch a little 27, 30-second video, piques their interest. And then there's links at the bottom of the landing page that they're brought to. And the whole time that this is happening, you're getting text messages, letting them know exactly what's going on, letting you know where they are. So when they click the link on the text message, you're going to know they went to the web page and they're there. When they click the video, you're getting another one saying they played the video. When they finish the video, you're getting another one. If they click a link to join, you know that they hit the join button. If they hit the learn more, you know they're learning more about the product. So now you know exactly how to do a follow-up and you know exactly how to talk to them. It's not, what did you think anymore? It's, hey, I'm so glad you hit the learn more. Any questions you have, I can answer them for you, but let's get you started on the Flex power line right now because you want to secure your position and you can make a decision later, but you want to lock in your place now in the Flex power line. If they hit join now, it's about congratulations then, man, it's awesome. Just make sure you got in, everything's great. You know exactly how to follow up. My favorite is that they start the video and they didn't even watch the whole video. I know that. And if they didn't click a button, I know that I can pick up the phone and go, really? You're not even going to finish the 30-second video for me? Like, I'll call you back in a minute, hit the button again. So you can follow up and know where they are. This is going to help you build your business at a super speed. You don't have to do any talking. I have people who have sent this out to 10 people and they gotten 10 people to enroll, doing nothing but just sending this out. And it doesn't matter. Do it until you get one. But I know this, that if you went into this business and you got them to go to the Flex power line and you load up your power line, they're going to see the value of this product and they're going to get in. Now, I'm not going to go into deep on the power line because today was really about answering the two biggest questions. What's different about us than ChatGPT? Everything. We're so much bigger than just a conversational AI product. The second thing is I wanted to make sure everybody understood the value that you needed to have it. I don't care who you are, what you do. If you're a stay-at-home mom, and that's the biggest job anyone could ever have, you need it more than anybody because you got to be able to organize life and organize lunches and dinners and breakfast and whatever you do every single day to make the world work. To the business owner that is running all of their own business, they're trying to do all the emails and newsletters and all that. Your life just became a whole lot easier. If you're writing books, you want to write newsletters, you want to write pamphlets, anything you can want is right here, and you can get that information to do it. So you get started, and I just tell people, if you can't get 2 people in 48 hours, you're not trying, because honestly, you can send this text out to 20 people and get 2 every time, because everybody will find a value in AI is the hottest thing, and you have the hottest thing coming in XO AI. Experience optimization AI is a new generation of AI, and we're leading it to the market, and you get to have that advantage. So right now, if you're new, get to the flexpowerline.com, put in your sponsor's name on the back end of that, and you're set. If you're new and you're trying to get people to start to talk about it, well, send them those links in the app. Go get the app, start sending out the invites, and get them to go. They automatically, if they click on the link, it automatically takes them to the Flex Powerline with your username already attached. You don't have to do anything. That's all you have to do to get this business started. It's all you needed to know to get it and figure out who the audience is. And now it's just a matter of time for you to go and do a 10X. I challenge everybody right now, before now and the 26th, to 10X your business. Call everybody and get 10 people. They're paying nothing. They're putting in their name. They're putting in an email. That's all it takes to secure their place. But let me tell you the big difference. Between now and the 26th, you're getting more credits. Everybody who gets in between now and the 26th, they're going to get more credits given to them when they buy the product. The second thing they're going to do is that they're not just securing a place in the power line right now. They're getting it in the binary. They're locking in their position that can't go away in the binary. So they're already there. If you could go and think about building a business where you had 5 people on your right and 5 people on your left, and the 2-team pay right now already put in, so that when we open up on the 26th, you've already got 10 people in your organization building into the power line. That power line is going to be amazing, because today, anybody can get in for free in the binary, but that's not the case on the 26th. They'll just get their place in the power line. And the way the power line works is simple. Everybody who comes in after they secured their place is underneath of them. But on Tuesday night at midnight, everyone that has gone and actually purchased the product and upgraded, they go above the people who didn't. And now it just keeps those people down below. And so you want to make sure they get in, they lock in the power line, and then make a decision as quick as they can so that they can get into the binary and get these other people put up underneath of them. So we have an amazing plan. We have an amazing company. We have amazing leadership with Dan. He's been in every aspect of this business. I'm super excited about being able to take a vision that I've had and I wanted to take out to the market for a long time. And I just tell you what we're about to do, not just in the realm of the technology and the product and the teaching and the training, is that the way that we're going to make a difference in this world through selfless. You're going to see that on several different things that are out there. I'm super excited. Now I get to have the first shirt out coming out of there, but selfless is a big thing for me. It's my passion. It's a way of, through consumption, we get to fund those people who are out there fighting on the 5 fronts of stopping human trafficking. And so we have all this being brought into it as well. So anyway, we just have a great company and we want you to be a part of it. And I hope that this helps give you some ideas of what we can do and how you can help us do it. And so hope you all have fun. I'm going to wrap it up tonight, and then we'll do another one of these probably in the next couple of days. And then we're going to have one that's going to be running 24 hours a day, so you can always get access to it. So with that, thank you all, and great leadership. Coach, it's great to see you, buddy. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Robert.
So, all right, guys, have a good night.
All right.